Rabbit's husband had come to pick her up the night before. Her knee was not getting better with rest, so she was going home for a doctor's appointment the next day. My heart was heavy. Prior to this hike, I was hesitant to hike with someone and wondered if it would work. Rabbit and I just seemed to fit. I hated to see her go, but there was always hope it would not be serious and she could join me further down the trail when her knee was better. Raid drove me to the hostel and patiently waited as I picked up my box and organized it all. Then she drove me to the trailhead. She and her husband had bailed us out and treated us like queens. It was nice to spend those days with her. I hated to say goodbye. Getting back on trail again was like starting anew. Not only was it a culture shock, again, but all of the familiar people I'd gotten to know were further up the trail. It was like the first day of school all over again. The climbs were steep, but I met a lot of new people on this day. When I crossed over the border into North Carolina, I met Hummingbird, Nebula, and Plantasia. They offered to take my picture at the sign. I also met Sparrow that day and her sweet little dog, Micah, and I would see them many days ahead. When I finally made it to the shelter that night, I felt exhausted and in a funk. I set up my tent in a semi-hidden spot, just wanting to be alone. I went up to the shelter to eat my supper, but quickly went back to my tent and went to bed early.